Alright, hello, citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel once again, and this is going to be another wrestling review. Coming up soon in NXT, we are crowning the first ever Women's North American Champion. And of course, the NXT Women's North American Championship was announced back at Stand and Deliver. So go check out my review of Stand and Deliver from this year to find out more about that. But it was then determined that a ladder match would decide who would become the inaugural NXT Women's North American Champion. But lest we forget, about 6 years earlier, the male counterparts, the regular NXT North American Championship, was introduced, and that had a ladder match as well. So how did the men do? Who in order to determine and who would be the inaugural NXT North American Champion? Well, let's find out. I'm of course talking about NXT Takeover New Orleans, and it's the NXT the NXT man, I cannot speak today. The ladder match for the NXT North American Championship. It has Velveteen Dream, EC3, Adam Cole, baby, Lars Sullivan, and Ricochet and Killian Dane seek to become the inaugural NXT North American Champion. Who was able to accomplish that feat? Let's find out. But of course, as always, I'm not professional wrestling reviewer, analyst, or anything like that. Just a man who enjoys a good time, and I definitely had a real good time with this match. If you've been on the channel for a little bit, and of course, if you've seen these reviews before, you kind of know how this works. If you haven't, going to be talking about what I liked and disliked about the match. But if you've if you've been on the channel for a little bit, and of course, if you are new, welcome. But if you've been on the channel for a little bit, you may know that the ladder match is definitely my favorite match type. I always argue it's hard to mess up a ladder match. Has it stopped companies from trying to before? No. Have they succeeded? Admittedly, sometimes, but otherwise, I do feel it's hard to mess up a ladder match. Like just give us some fun demolition derby action, and we are all set to go. And this match had it in spades, which is what I liked about it. This match was a whole lot of fun. There was just a whole lot of action, a whole lot of cool spot. Just to name a few, including that an incredible Dream Valley driver onto the ladder as Velveteen Dream nailed the Ricochet onto the ladder, or the freak accident, and where Lars Sullivan took out two dudes. I think he slammed him. I think it was Ricochet that got slammed on the Velveteen Dream, or it might have been the other way around. Just for Killian Dane to then powerbomb Adam Cole onto EC3, or I think the order is accidentally switched around. But either way, just it's fun moments like that. And of course, you have the traditional spots, some of the traditional spots, including the ladder bridge between the ring and the announce table, which is what begat the freak accident, at least from Lars Sullivan. Not like an actual freak accident; that was the name of his finisher, because as you know, it was Lars Sullivan. But yeah, so stuff like that. You also had the brawl in between all six with the three ladders, but just action like that, but absolutely chaotic stuff, and it was all kinds of fun, including this isn't even a ladder spot, but probably one of the best super kick counters of all time. Ricochet going for the dive, springboarding off the ropes. Adam Cole just is catching him with one of the coolest super kicks. Not the last cool super kick counter that Adam Cole would nail on Ricochet within the year, though. Oh no, but yeah, so just all kinds of fun stuff within this match, and this match definitely was a lot of fun. It was action packed pretty much all throughout, really showcasing what made all six of these guys really fun to watch, at least within the confines of NXT. And it's crazy that out of all six of the men involved in this match, 5 of them are no longer in WWE. Of course, EC3 was released, went on to create Control Your Narrative, and that existed. Then there's the stuff that happened with Velveteen Dream. Killian Dane would kind of And this was what, and Sanity was still a thing where Killian and Dane was still part of Sanity, but had obviously that phased out, and he then with Team with Drake Maverick get released a few years later. Adam Cole will jump ship from WWE to AEW in 2021, and Adam Cole won the damn thing. That's right, Adam Cole becoming the inaugural NXT North American champion. And we'll cycle back to that, but and then and Lars Sullivan, there's the stuff that went down with him and him leaving and stuff like that. Had the reasons that he left, and kind of that whole that was a whole fun debacle. Well, and then and but yeah, so Ricochet, the only one left standing when it comes to that, at least in terms of being in WWE. But they still put on a solid match. In fact, this match was rated 5 stars by Dave Meltzer. Now, I've mentioned before, or I actually think I mentioned it back when I did my WrestleMania 21 review of Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle. Well, if you haven't already, go check out that review. But I mentioned before, Dave Meltzer, he's entitled to his own opinion, and I definitely wouldn't argue with him that this match definitely was a phenomenal match. But that technically means Lars Sullivan has more 5 star matches than Kurt Angle. Just sit back and let it marinate. Now, granted, Lars Sullivan, I would say, did his part, but the fact that Lars Sullivan has more 5 star matches than Kurt Angle, well, obviously no offense to him, but that's criminal. That is honestly criminal. But yeah, still a really fun, just really fun, exciting, awesome match, and Adam Cole winning in the North American Championship, being the inaugural NXT North American Champion, I think was the right call. In hindsight, maybe not, considering he jumped ship, but definitely at the moment, and this is when the Undisputed Era has just formed. They were formed not too long ago. Of course, Adam Cole making his debut at NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3, joining up with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. And they would add to their ranks later on that night. Yeah, this was the same night that Roderick Strong turned on Pete Dunne and joined up with the Undisputed Era after Bobby Fish was injured. And Roderick Strong, they've been teasing at it for a while. Of course, this was around the time where the Undisputed Era was feuding with Roderick Strong and kind of teasing the whole will he, won't he, wanting him to join the Undisputed Era. Roderick Strong at first rebuffed their advances, but did eventually join up with the Undisputed Era. So tonight was that night was a solid night. I forgot, and it's probably because I wasn't watching NXT at the time, but I forgot those happened within the same night until it was Mauro Ranallo who mentioned and that the Undisputed Era would be in tag team action later on that night, and then I was like, oh, they're gonna be in tag team action, and then I kind of scrolled forward a little bit, hit on the thing, and then I saw. And then I saw Roderick Strong and saw him like turning on Pete Dunne. I was like, oh, that was that night. Hey, that was the same event. But yeah, so great night for the Undisputed Era, and Adam Cole winning was the right call. The Undisputed Era was still white hot at this point. I mean, and they were still very hot throughout their run. They were definitely the top of the mountain. And in fact, like by the end of the next year, or that being 2019, they would literally hold all the gold in NXT, at least all the male gold that it is they probably would have won the NXT Women's Championship if they could fit it into their schedule, but they would end up holding all the gold and pretty much being on top of the mountain. And so striking while the iron was hot, I think was a really great move. And I do agree with people. The Undisputed Era definitely would have thrived big time under Triple H's regime. Like Triple H putting a lot of faith in them here and building them up really well. Hell, I think definitely proved it with this match. Not just with the turn later on that night, but with this match as well. Like Adam Cole definitely did hit his thing. Him winning, I think, was the right move. Really, any one of these guys you can make a solid enough argument for them winning. Obviously, Adam Cole being the leader of the Undisputed Era makes a lot of sense. Ricochet was also really white hot around this time. Lars Sullivan as well. He is getting a push as like the intelligent beat. He's the intelligent monster. Killian Dane, even though he was still with Sanity, was still part of a tag team. But sometimes that doesn't stop people from going after singles gold anyway. EC3 sadly would get called up to the main roster and get wasted there. but it would have been cool for him to see he and the Velveteen Dream, who Velveteen Dream would end up winning it not too long after this event. I think within like the next year or so, Velveteen Dream would win it. But this was when Velveteen Dream was still really starting out. He just came off a really awesome feud with Aleister Black. And they mentioned that one feud of the year. So I'm guessing with like the NXT awards and stuff like that at of course Velveteen Dream's feud with Aleister Black, trying to get Aleister Black to say his name. Yes, that was an actual feud, but from what I heard, it was actually really good. So definitely medical stuff around NXT at this time, and I think this ladder match definitely encapsulates it. And man, I miss takeover crowds. Like the NXT crowds nowadays are really solid, and the NXT action, I would say, for the most part, is pretty solid. But man, I miss takeover crowds, and man, I miss Mauro Ranallo. The takeover crowd, I was pretty much coming unglued at all the cool stuff that happened in this match. Mauro Ranallo almost popping a blood vessel. Just an exciting feeling, just an electric feeling. If you wondered why there was a point in time where NXT was outshining the main roster, I think this ladder match, that crowd, that announcer, Mauro Ranallo, of course, there's probably examples A through Z, or it probably be A through C because I mentioned 3, but anyway, you get the idea. Yeah, but in terms of, if I had to find some stuff to nitpick about this match, there was a few moments that did look kind of awkward and a bit botchy, such as like the aforementioned Dream Valley Driver that Velveteen Dream was about to hit on Ricochet. Hey, at first, this was before it, but Velveteen Dream did kind of slip through the ladder, or a little bit, like his leg slipped through the ladder. Thankfully, he was able to recover, though. But yeah, some stuff like that did look a little bit awkward, but definitely nothing taken away from this match. Definitely go check out this match, and I hope and imagine that at the NXT North American Women's Ladder match, North American Championship Women's Ladder match. Man, that's a mouthful to say. I imagine hopefully that'll be really solid as well. But yeah, just a fantastic match here. So if you haven't already, definitely check out this match. I definitely recommend it. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor: like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and turn on post notifications. I told you guys I couldn't speak today, but turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video, so you can see as soon as it drops. There we go. And let me know in the comments your thoughts on the match, my review of the match. Did you like this match? Did you like my review of the match? Let me know. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Peace.